fellow countrymen, women, and the youth of Zambia, members of the press, good afternoon. I address you today on behalf of the PF Pamosi Alliance at the defining moment in the political life of our country. Zambia is approaching an election that is not ordinary. This is not merely an election to change office bearers. It is an election to restore constitutional order, revive national dignity, rebuild public trust, and secure what we have called Zambia's second independence. As you may recall, from 2023 onwards, the Patriotic Front found itself entangled in a series of state-sponsored confusion and legal battles over its leadership. These maneuvers were not accidental. They were designed to weaken, divide, and ultimately obliterate the largest political party in the country. We witnessed with deep concern the abuse of public institutions, including the Office of Registrar of Societies, through the illegal alteration of office bearers of the Patriotic Front. These actions were clearly intended to interfere with the internal affairs of the party and to prevent the legitimate Patriotic Front from participating freely in the democratic electoral process. However, the Patriotic Front did not collapse. They took the papers, but they did not take the people. They jailed our leaders, such as Honorable Nakashinda, but they cannot jail our spirit. Never. The Patriotic Front refuses to surrender. We shan't surrender. The Patriotic Front chooses lawful, mature, and strategic action, regardless of that. In response to this political and legal assault, and in order to ensure continued participation in Zambia's democratic process, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, may his soul rest in peace, together with the Patriotic Front leadership, resolved to enter into an alliance arrangement approved by the Central Committee of the legitimate Patriotic Front. The Central Committee established 14 rules of engagement to govern the participation of the Patriotic Front in any alliance. These rules are designated to protect trust, order, discipline, and clarity amongst all members. One of the guiding principles is that our party would serve as the anchor party of the alliance and would consequently provide the chairperson of the alliance, as well as the presidential candidate for the 13th August 2026 general elections. This framework allows us to continue participating in various by-elections through the use of special purpose vehicles drawn from amongst alliance members. Following this established framework, and after a recent Council of Leaders meeting for the PF Pamosi Alliance, we selected and adopted the Resolute Party, whose symbol is the bag, Ichola Wetata, Ichola, as the official special purpose vehicle for the forthcoming general elections. The special purpose vehicle shall field candidates on behalf of the PF Pamosi Alliance for the position of President, Members of Parliament, mayors, council chairpersons, councillors, and candidates nominated under the proportional representation party list system. This decision has been made lawfully, strategically, and in the best interest of the Zambian people. I wish to inform our members and the nation at large that the PF Pamosi Alliance will officially launch its special purpose vehicle, which is the Resolute Party. This program was supposed to be held this week. However, the new date will be communicated within the next few days. Furthermore, the Electoral Commission of Zambia has designated Friday 14th May 2026 as the day for His Excellency President Makebi Zulu, the next president of the Republic of Zambia, to undertake the pre-filing nomination clearance process involving the submission of 100 supporters per province. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has also allocated the 21st of May, and I repeat, the Electoral Commission of Zambia has allocated the 21st of May as the official date for President Makebi Zulu, in accordance with Article 52, read together with Article 100 of the Constitution of Zambia, to file his presidential nomination. We are ready. We are organized. We are focused. We are forging ahead. We continue to engage like-minded individuals and prospective alliance partners. Our purpose is clear: to build collective opposition unity, liberate the Zambian people from fear and economic hardships, and secure Zambia's second independence. We believe alliances must be built on honesty, trust, transparency, patriotism, and mutual respect. We have consistently demonstrated these values in our engagements. As the saying goes, he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. That is why we approach our partners in good faith. We treat them as equals, not as subordinates. Our approach is that of cooperation and not coercion. We remain open to further discussions and broader synergies, so that together, as one united patriotic force, we may confront and unseat the current regime through the ballot. Let me assure the Zambian people, the PF Pamosi Alliance is not approaching this election with fear. No, we are not. We are approaching it with prayer, confidence, humility, discipline, and purpose. Countrymen and women, we are winning these elections, and we are winning decisively. We have a candidate in President Makebi Zulu who is loyal, wise, God-fearing, and youthful. Exactly what Zambia needs to put the nation back on track. President Makebi Zulu represents order, maturity, constitutionalism, faith, discipline, and national renewal. His message is very clear. Very, very clear. A Zambia where our minerals build Zambia first. A Zambia where free education is measured by quality and not overcrowding. A Zambia where farmers or a farmer is respected. Agriculture is mechanized. Farms are irrigated. The sector is supported. And farmers are paid on time. A Zambia where the constitution is supreme, where institutions are independent and citizens' rights are protected. A Zambia that honors its covenant with God through moral leadership and the completion of the National House of Prayer. This is the meaning of the second independence. It is not merely a change of government. It is the beginning of the Fourth Republic, where politicians serve the Constitution and not the other way around. As we approach the August 13th general elections, the people of Zambia have one clear choice: to continue under fear, manipulation, economic suffering, and institutional decay, or to choose renewal, dignity, constitutional order, and national restoration. We continue to receive an overwhelming response from aspiring candidates intending to participate in the forthcoming general elections under the PF Pamosi Alliance banner. If you wish to stand as an MP, mayor, council chairperson, or indeed councillor, you are free to contact myself or the Secretariat or the election chairperson, Honorable Dr. Ngambi. As you can see, Zambians are ready. They are ready to participate. They are ready to mobilize. They are ready to vote. They are ready to defend democracy. They are ready for the second independence. However, even as we prepare for this historic election, the current happenings in our country remain deeply concerning. The National Assembly has suspended standing orders merely to hurriedly pass more than 73 bills into law without affording the Zambian people sufficient opportunity to scrutinize these legislative proposals. Such conduct raises serious questions. Why rush such a significant legislative process only months before the general elections and only days before the dissolution of parliament? Why deny citizens proper scrutiny of laws that may affect their democracy, rights, representation, and the future? One can only conclude that these actions are intended to facilitate gerrymandering, political manipulation, further weakening of democratic safeguards. It is another example of molestation of the Constitution, but you shall not succeed. A government that is confident of the people's support does not fear public scrutiny. A government that respects democracy does not rush major legislative or legislation in the shadows of election. Furthermore, we are concerned about the lack of integrity among some members of parliament. It is indeed shameful that individuals elected to represent the interests of the Zambian people have crossed the floor and yet continue to unconstitutionally participate in parliamentary business. That is the highest vilification of the oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution ever in this country. Such conduct demonstrates a disregard for the people who sent them to parliament. Valimitola. The Zambian people must never again permit such individuals to occupy the corridors of power. Leadership must mean honor. Public office must mean accountability. Representation must mean loyalty to the people, not for convenience of the politician. No. To date, only one honorable member of parliament has acted with dignity by resigning after crossing the floor. That is the standard expected in a constitutional democracy. Nothing less than that. We must never allow leadership that disregards the rule of law to prevail in this country. The Constitution must remain supreme. It must be respected by all Zambians, all citizens, all institutions, all political parties, all those that are entrusted with public power. Indeed, Zambia deserves better. Zambia deserves serious leadership. Not this leadership we are seeing. Zambia deserves a government that respects the law, one that honors its people, one that protects institutions, and one that fears God. The PF Pamosi Alliance is ready to offer that leadership. President Makebi Zulu is ready to offer that leadership. The second independence is here. The fourth republic is coming. I thank you very much.